Welcome to the Entrepreneurial CPA Show, where we take a deep dive in knowledge needed to break free of the box and become the world-changing entrepreneur we know you want to be. We're here with the skills you need, the theoretical and the practical. I like to say a little yin, a little yang. I'm Garrett, supplying your yin, and I'm here with Dr. Sean, your yang. On today's show, we're going to talk about a timely topic. We've seen a lot of discussion about this lately on social media and from some of the top thought leaders in the industry. And it's the importance of having a client accounting services department, write-up, accounting, bookkeeping, whatever you want to call it. It's becoming vital to the future of this profession. We need to embrace it and know about it. So with that, as always, I'm going to kick it off to Dr. Sean.
Awesome, Garrett. Thank you. And really the whole conversation and trend toward client accounting services, right, is really, I think, just the end state of all of the other conversations that are already going on, right? Automation, AI, blockchain, tech, right? And as more and more of these tech tools enter into the field on both a individual level and at a firm level, I mean, the ultimate end goal that all of us really, I think, should have our eye on is to automate, right, those base level services like bookkeeping, inventory counts, any of that stuff that is base level work for us, but helps our clients actually manage their own business better, right? Because every business, I don't care what industry it's in, how big it is, how cool it is, every business is always going to be driven by how they're doing, right? Both on a operational basis and on a financial basis. And if we're able to harness all of these tools that are already out there and that our clients are already using themselves, if we can harness that to help sort of up our game, right, and to level up our services by automating these base level tasks, we are then able to be freed up to actually help our clients understand all of this information, make better choices based on this information, and then really just help them navigate forward. And really, all of that is, I think, where the real value add is. And also, it's all of the higher margin work anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I love what you said there. It allows us to up our game. That's what it's about. How do we up our game? And yeah, if you try and shift your accounting service department, client accounting services, whatever you want to call it, pick a name, and you try and shift it up, and you're still focusing on these clients where you're still doing a ton of manual work and a ton of just manual data entry, you're not doing it right. Just stop right there. That's what I hear a lot of firms on the practical side. Yeah, time out. Because they try and take these clients to give them boxes of stuff, and they try and take the boxes of stuff, and they try and still do it. And you can't get real-time, accurate financial information, because the goal of this is to, as Dr. Sean said, leverage technology, streamline their accounting process, take that knowledge together in QuickBooks, in Xero, whatever it is, put a great analytical tool package on it, a dashboard, so they can project and see what's going on, like Futurely, one of those amazing solutions. That way you can have discussions with your client about budgeting, forecasting, cash flow, making the right decision where they're going. Well, you've got to get everything in there so it's smooth and it's operating, and those dashboards are right, real time, and they're always there. Because that's the play for us to be more entrepreneurial, is to work with our clients to say, hey, we're no longer going to give you, the prime example in the past, what we love to do as a profession. And we built a lot of profitable practices off of this. We go to clients and say, listen, it's a small business. I'm going to do the write-up for you, and I will give you a wonderfully bound, looks beautiful, compilation report done monthly, probably on a cash basis, balance sheet, income statement. Maybe I'll throw a cash flow in there, and you might get those 6 to 8 months after the month ends, and you mail it to the client. Maybe you personally deliver it to the client, and you just say, here you go. Just so you know, back in October of last year, you lost a little bit of money. That's long gone. But that's what these practices were built off of, and that's gone. You can't continue that trend. It's real time, live, leveraging technology. And you'll find if you do that, you'll have more proactive conversations with your clients and be up to date, and that's going to lead to more opportunities. So Dr. Sean, so I'd love to ask and pick your brain. when you're teaching the new students coming up today, are you still teaching them as much of the debits and credits bookkeeping as we learned it before, or is it shifting to much more analytical tools and solutions?
So, I mean, in order to actually build on those, bookkeeping services, right, and to really help our clients understand, all of the data that is already coming out of their company, it is still important to understand what you're talking about, right? Right. Debits have to equal credits. Income statements have certain pieces that have to be there. Your balance sheets have to balance, right? That's always important, right? So it's important to always introduce, right, those basic concepts, and to make sure that you understand those basics, right? It would be sort of as if you were trying to run a full marathon without ever having exercised before, right? So in order to actually get to that end state of being higher level advisory and forward looking, it's important to understand like the basic building blocks, right? Blocking and tackling, right? At the basics of anything are always important. But then really, as soon as I can, right? As soon as those basics are understood and they're comfortable sort of talking about it and understanding what they are, then I always try to point out and say, okay, fine, listen, this by itself is not going to be enough, right? Building on this understanding and knowledge, and then sort of taking this knowledge and data and the understanding of that data to help clients or our colleagues inside the firm, to help them, basically chart a course forward and to understand how the actions taken now are going to impact us in the future. That's really where the real value add is.
Yeah, and that's great that you're starting to get them on the right path and can think about it the right way. So for us on the practical side, we really want to encourage you this year, once tax season ends, as you think about this, you might heard all these firms being profitable, and they are, because what you can do is you can take a client that, let's say you're only making $1,000 a year from them, not much. You can move that up to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a year, even higher, by providing, you're not going to provide more bookkeeping solutions. You're going to provide them more advisory solutions by streaming the bookkeeping practice. And there are some amazing, amazing tools out there today that can allow you to do this. They're very affordable. They're very easy to implement, very to use. If you have questions, reach out to us. We'd love to help you and your firm make this shift from compliance-based to advisory, because there's tremendous opportunities and allow us to be entrepreneurial CPAs and allow us to have much greater impact with your clients. If you're afraid of making this shift, take the leap. Jump off. We promise you, you're making the right path, and we'll post some other connections, some other articles out there by some of those thought leaders that'll hopefully help support you making this shift, making this transition. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today as always. We hope we change your views on what an accounting service offering should be, what it would look like. If you have questions that we talked about today, as we always remind you, please reach out to us. Send us a message. For those of you that want to keep the learning going, and I'm talking to you today, that you're watching, you're interested, check out our entrepreneurial groups. Become the entrepreneur you deserve. There's a link to our website below. One of the things we talk about in our groups is how to be more advisory, how to deliver these solutions to your clients, like we just talked about today. As always, please don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a link right up there. And don't forget, we challenge you every day to take action to change the world and invest in yourself.